Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon for an informative and exciting webinar to discover the latest news on Virgin Voyages. My name is Johanna de Guzman. I'm the Manager of Industry Relations for North American Travel Trade Membership here at CLIA, and I'm quickly going to go through some housekeeping before introducing our presenter. The webinar will run for about 40 to 45 minutes with time for questions at the end. Please feel free to type your questions into the questions module of the webinar, and we will get to them at the conclusion of the presentation. This webinar is being recorded and will be posted on CLIA's YouTube channel, CLIA Global. It is my pleasure to introduce our presenter, Christy Willems, who joined Virgin Voyages team as a part of their original sales crew 5.5 years ago. Since then, she has continued to grow and expand within the organization. As Director of National Accounts, Christy is focused on building dynamic partnerships with our travel partners while helping sailors fall in love with setting sail the Virgin way. And with that, take it away, Christy.
Thanks, Johanna. Hi, everyone. Thrilled to be here with you today. Thank you for taking time out of your busy Wednesday to hear what's going on with Virgin Voyages. Hopefully today you'll learn a lot about our brand, the sailors, who to target, and leave feeling better and stronger and able to promote Virgin Voyages. So without further ado, I will go ahead and dive right into the great content we have today. Starting off with Virgin Voyages, so we've had some new news come out over the past couple of weeks, but really around our deployment and our ship. So for those that may be newer to us, we've got 4 Lady ships, 3 of which are already launched and sailing. So Scarlet Lady for us launched in October of 2021. We then turned around and launched Valiant Lady in May of 2022. And Resilient Lady followed in May of 2023. And then we just announced that Brilliant Lady will finally hit the high seas in September of 2025. So our biggest news is that Brilliant Lady for us will actually take on 4 Mermaiden voyages. So she will sail starting in September of 2025 in New York City. She'll take on some sailings there, then head to Miami. Then the ship is fabulous and it can fit through the Panama Canal, and we'll head to Los Angeles. And from Los Angeles, we'll head to Seattle, where she'll then take on her first Alaska season. So we currently have deposits open for Alaska, which will be in summer of 2026. So we're thrilled to have such a unique product now enter the Alaska market. We'll be doing 7-night round trip sailings out of Seattle, but the full Alaska itineraries will come out later this summer. So keep an eye on those. But in the meantime, our sailings out of New York, Miami, Los Angeles, and Seattle are on sale. These are all markets that we have not activated yet. So we're really excited to bring our ship to New York and the West Coast for the first time. So definitely get this information out to your sailors if you've got them in these areas so they can stop by and see what it's like to sail on Virgin Voyages. On firstmates.com, we've got this incredible grid that really showcases where the ships are. The beauty of ships is that they can constantly move. So we've got our ships moving seasonally. So this is just an easy snapshot to let you know where our ships will be. As you can see, May through October of 2025, that Brilliant Lady launch will kind of set off in September with the 5-night sailings out of New York, Canada, and New England. Then some 8-night sailings in New York, along with another 10-night. So some great options. And then, like I mentioned, we will do a 16-night Panama Canal sailing from Miami to Los Angeles. This sailing is selling like hotcakes. So if you've got sailors interested in a Panama Canal experience, I would definitely get this information to them sooner than later, because this has been extremely popular for us, which is great to see. What differentiates Virgin Voyages? So our always included luxury. So one thing we wanted to make sure we came out with when we launched into the cruise space was we wanted to make sure our product was inclusive. We didn't want to nickel and dime our sailors. We wanted to have all the necessities built into the fare so they felt like they were getting the best value for their money, but at a high quality. So with us, on every sailing, you'll always have all of your dining included. So we've got over 20 eateries on our ships. You'll notice we don't use the term specialty dining. That's because specialty dining is always affiliated with a cost. And for us, all of our true restaurants are included in the voyage fare, which is amazing for your foodie clients out there. Gratuities. This is another big one. So for us, you don't even have the option to tip when you're on board our ships. You simply scan your wearable and you're on your way. So our crew is truly just having those genuine interactions with you. They are not working for gratuities, which just overall creates a better environment and experience for your sailors. Wi-Fi, it's a basic human right these days. Nothing irritates me more than having to pay for Wi-Fi where you can get it almost free anywhere on land. So for us, all of our sailors can connect up to 2 devices at no charge. So no having to switch back and forth between devices, which is usually very annoying, especially in the days where everyone has at least 2 devices when they travel. So we want to make it simple for them. Group fitness classes is another big differentiator for us throughout the day, from sunrise yoga all the way into, some 90s boy bands dance classes. We've got a wide variety of activities available to our sailors to stay in their everyday routine or possibly try a new type of workout class, including spin. So no charge for them there. Your essential drinks, water, still and sparkling, very easy to get throughout the ship. Pro tip, bring a reusable water bottle, but we want to make sure you've always got water in your cabin, so you don't need to pre-purchase any kind of bottled water or things of that nature. Your sodas are included and your non-pressed juices. And then last but certainly not least, very much so Virgin style entertainment. We've got a variety of different shows and activities at no charge available to our sailors. So all of this included luxuries is over $1,000 in value, always in the fare, so no hidden charges. We recently also announced our fair and flexible fares, and this is something we've really been shouting from the rooftops lately, mainly because I think our policies and how we're set up to do business is so different than other cruise lines. It's something that you can really use as a selling point to your clients. So when you look at our pricing off the bat, it does look higher. And again, it's because we've got all these inclusions added into that fare. But when you actually take our pricing and then you put it against a contemporary brand or a premium brand, and by the time you add in what we already include in the fare, we actually are a much better value for your client, and we come out cheaper for them and much easier as a process for them to sail with us because they don't have to add on all these extra packages. The other thing that's a big differentiator for us is the fact that we allow voyage date changes up to 45 days prior to sailing. And we allow all names on a cabin reservation to be changed up until 48 hours prior to sailing with no penalties or fees. That is pretty much unheard of these days in our industry. And I think after, the year we don't like to talk about, we've learned ship happens. And, sometimes, unfortunate situations come across, and we want to make sure our sailors have the flexibility should they need it. So you can assure them that by booking with Virgin Voyages, they're doing business with a company that has their best interest in mind, and we will work with them should they need to make any last minute changes. So these infographics can be found on firstmates.com. So feel free to definitely use those as you're having chats with clients. And then one of my favorite differentiators about Virgin Voyages, we are exclusively adult, no kids, no kidding. This was something for us. We wanted to come into the marketplace with an elevated adult-only experience, but that didn't fall too far into the luxury segment. So we kind of fall in between premium and luxury. And for us, we just wanted to have a relaxed environment where you could come as you are, no forced formal wear or dress codes, but still have that luxury service level or that elevated experience when you want to have that. So for us, when we look at our sailor demographics, and that's a big part of what I'll talk through today, our average age is 47 years old. And our sweet spot is 30 to 60. And what that means is about 80% of our sailors fall within that age range. One thing to note is that obviously if you're outside of that age range, it doesn't mean you're not a perfect fit for us. We have plenty of sailors in their 70s and 80s that absolutely adore our experience. It's just really about their mindset. So we're looking for those open-minded sailors that want a relaxed way to cruise. They don't want to be told when and where to be at every minute of the day. And also they don't want to be told they have to wear a tie or a jacket to the steakhouse. They want to be able to dress however they like. What we're finding is the sailors that are the right fit for Virgin Voyages are truly falling in love with setting sail in this new type of era. And almost 50% of our sailors rebook their next cruise before they ever leave our ships. And you get instant credit for that, which is incredible. So what are What that's telling us is that when we find the people that this product is for, they are fully committed to us and they want to take on those longer, more unique itineraries the next time they sail. So if you're thinking, yeah, I just don't know if I have clients for Virgin Voyages, I assure you, you do. And I want to help give you some kind of tips and tricks and maybe some mindsets to look for or think about when you're trying to figure out who to position this product to. Virgin Voyages is definitely for a lot more people than you may have originally thought. It is such an inclusive brand, and anyone that's just, looking to have a really fun time is going to enjoy our product. So some different areas you can look at and we'll talk through today is, for one, your foodie focused clients. We are a brand where I would put our food next to almost any land and sea product out there. We take our food very seriously, and we knew coming into this space, we wanted to really design it with adults in mind and create it almost like a land-based experience. So all of our restaurants have bars in them, which is very uncommon. Usually it's just the bars kind of in the atrium areas, but for us, they're set up like fully functioning restaurants. Each restaurant has its own kitchen. So we got rid of that main dining room concept. So everything's fresh and made to order. What I love about our food on board our ships, like I mentioned, we've got over 20 eateries on board the ships for sailors to choose from. Included in that 20 plus is 6 actually dining experiences that they can take advantage of at no charge. And just to kind of talk through our foodie focus, we have our Eat and Drink Festival, which will go on between our sailings of June 30th and July 28th. So if you've got those foodie focused clients, try and get them on one of these sailings this summer. We've got 17 voyages that fall under our Eat and Drink Festival. And during this time, we're introducing the first ever Asian night market at sea. So we're transforming the galley into this late night Asian street food market, which is going to be such an amazing experience. I'm still figuring out how I can get on board personally, because this is something I would love to participate in. But what's great about our Eat and Drink Festival is that we have constant food and beverage activations throughout the sailings, and it really elevates the already amazing experience we have built into our ship. So our test kitchen is going to debut an entire new 6-course tasting menu. So we currently have 2 in there, 2 menus. So there will be a 3rd brand new menu that debuts during this time frame. We're going to have some speakeasy experiences. And of course, returning is our 7 Seas Sippers, which is a specialty cocktail scavenger hunt that we've done in years previously that our sailors really get super involved in. So that will come back for Eat and Drink Month. So think of those clients and just know, try and get them on one of these June 30th to July 28th sailings. Looking at some of our restaurant offerings. So Gunbae, the first Korean barbecue restaurant at sea. Truly what it sounds like. You come in, you sit with a group of sailors, and the food is made right there and there at the table. What's great about it is if you're in a small group, you'll more than likely be sat with other sailors. And in order to break the ice, you'll come in and play a Korean drinking game with your server, get to know your table mates. It's lots of fun. It's also our loudest restaurant at sea, because you'll just hear tables constantly cheering, Gunbae, Gunbae, which is part of the drinking game, but really fun experience, and definitely a great way to set up your sailing. So if you're maybe looking to meet other sailors on board, I try and go to Gunbae on the first night, which is always a lot of fun and easy way to meet other sailors. Extra Virgin is our Italian restaurant. This is where you'll find all of our pastas that are made fresh in-house each day, rare Italian wines, but really focused on that family style dining, one of my absolute favorites. Pink Agave, elevated Mexican cuisine. Think more Mexico City style food. Everything is so fresh and fabulous. Also, the aesthetic of this restaurant really feels like a treat yourself kind of date night. And then in addition to that, in the later hours, we really turn it around into Pink Agave After Dark, where we bring in a DJ and it becomes a little bit more lively. So it's kind of a transforming restaurant for us, which is really cool. Test Kitchen, I talked about briefly with our food and beverage month. So this is our molecular gastronomy restaurant. Like I mentioned, it's 6-course tasting menus, and it's truly putting your faith in the chef's hands. And the list of ingredients is the menu. So basically we'll say course 1, mushroom, and you don't really know anything else about the dish except it's going to be centered around the mushroom. And it's really such an incredible culinary experience that sailors would expect to pay big bucks for this on land. All of our sailors have it included in their fare. So if they come during Eat and Drink Month, there will be a brand new menu debuting. So if you go, you'll have to let me know how it is. Razzle Dazzle is our vegetarian and vegan forward restaurant, but also a restaurant that focuses on those American comfort classics. So it's not just for our vegetarian lovers. They have some of the best pork belly I've ever had in here, fried chicken and lamb shank as well. So really great dishes. Razzle Dazzle is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So there's definitely something for everyone. I know Razzle Dazzle is always a fan favorite when it comes to breakfast. They've got a bacon in that restaurant that I still have not figured out how to recreate at home, but it is almost like a candied bacon and it is so fantastic. And then last but certainly not least, the Wake. This is our steak and seafood restaurant, really elevated, super elegant as well. But what's lovely about this restaurant is you don't have that forced formal wear. So you're gonna have your full menu of steak and seafood options at no charge to any of your sailors. So for our foodie lovers and people that, they pick their vacations based around their food, or maybe they're looking at all-inclusive resorts, they want the resorts that have the best food. For Virgin Voyages, you can feel that peace of mind knowing that they're going to love everything they eat and drink while on our ships. Also, outside of just our sit-down restaurants, we've got our dock and dock house, which serve those Mediterranean-style fares, grilled shrimp, steak, and chicken, and then, of course, lots of different hummus platters. The pizza place is always a fan favorite, where you can get individual made-to-order pizzas to go. It's open, obviously, during the day and into the late-night hours. Some sweet treats, Lick Me Till I Scream is our ice cream shop. Of course, we've got to have our coffee. And then the social club is really playful, where you'll find hot dogs, soft pretzels, chicken wings, and lots of candy as well. Again, no charge to the sailors. And Sun Club Cafe, where you can get poke bowls and bao buns, which is super delicious. We've got our bar tab offer. So again, for those that are looking to kind of prepay and have an allocated alcohol balance on board our ship, we now introduce 3 different levels of bar tab. So if they purchase $300 in advance, we'll give them an extra $50 to spend on drinks. But if they want a little less, they could do the $200 option and get a free $25, or the $100 and get an additional $10. They can order these in any increments that they want. So they could do 2 $300 bar tabs and a $100. They can obviously buy multiple, totally up to them. But this is fully commissionable to you because it has to be purchased prior to sailing, but a great way for them to kind of pay for it ahead of time and know that they've got those credits on board while they're sailing. Now for our wellness lovers. Okay, so foodies are taken care of. Just go ahead and tackle that part of your database and get them on board our ships. But now those that are maybe more on the wellness focus side, we are such a relaxing cruise line. Yes, we obviously have lots of high energy events, but we are also very wellness focused. And this sailing can be as involved or uninvolved as you want it. So 2 sailors coming on board can have a very different journey based on what they choose to do. So we like to say we're not just relaxing for a cruise, but we're relaxing compared to anywhere. And this picture is our infamous bright red Virgin hammocks that can be found on every balcony, which has got to be the most relaxing thing to do, is coming back from a long day and getting in that hammock and just decompressing and thinking about all the great things you did and taking a nap as well. For our wellness lovers, we've got a lot of great areas on the ship for them. So our athletic club, so this is really designed to be almost like a training camp that you would find in New York City. It's got the boxing rings, the gymnastic style equipment. We've got a basketball court where we also host pickleball and dodgeball, and then fun oversized table games. You'll see chess out there and adult-sized seesaws. So it's truly a ship where you find sailors really letting their inner child loose. They're having fun and just having a great time together. The Perch is always a very popular spot. This is where we do sunrise yoga. It's an amazing spot. You can go out and do yoga on your own time or as one of our classes. It's also a great spot on the ship to lay out during the day if you want to maybe enjoy the sea day. Our B complex, this is going to be divided into two different gyms based on what you're looking to do. So you've got kind of your free weights and everything there, and then we've got our treadmill and elliptical section. The runway is fabulous for walking or running or just getting great views of the ocean as we're sailing. I love being up there on a sea day because it's got such a great breeze. The tune-up, if you're looking to get your nails done on board our ship. So again, wellness for us is not just the working out part, but also the self-care. So you can go get your nails done, or if you'd like a blowout for Scarlet Night, we've got the Dry Dock Salon that does styling for hair. Redemption Spa is award-winning for us, but you can find all of your favorite massages and facials. We've even got our thermal suite, which includes a mud room, salt room, sauna, steam room, and then of course the hot and cold plunge pools, which you can take advantage of. And then Stubble and Groom for our gentlemen is a great place if you want to get a haircut or a fresh shave. Our well-being pool is situated right outside of Gym and Tonic, where we have fresh pressed juices. There's also some workout equipment right around this area. And then, of course, in true Virgin fashion, the first cruise line to have a true tattoo studio on board our ships. This is truly an amazing experience, and our tattoo artists are booked out every sailing. So we see sailors get on board and line up on day one to book their appointments. They are super talented tattoo artists. They use vegan inks as well, so really high quality, and it's in a very boutique experience, which is really fantastic. So squid ink is something that our sailors love to take advantage of. Now for your socialites. So you've got those clients that are really outgoing. There may be the ones that come to you and say, hey, this is what I want to do. I'm also going to get about 5 or 6 friends to come with me. They're almost your Pied Piper, which we love because they bring you lots of extra business. But for our socialites, they're really drawn to Virgin Voyages just due to all of the activations we have on the ship. Our ship itself is very Instagrammable, which is great for pictures, but we have a lot of signature parties that people want to be a part of. The first one being our PJ party. This takes place on every sailing. It's always on the first night, but it's exactly what it seems. All of our sailors dress up in their favorite pajamas. They come out, there's a DJ, you meet our happenings cast, it's lots of dancing. We even do some late night snacks with some fresh, warm chocolate chip cookies if you make it late enough into the party, but just really, really fun. Our sailors get really into dressing up. We see some of the groups that come on board. They, do themed onesies, or they have kind of their group pajamas, which is just a lot of fun. But only on Virgin Voyages can you see people having dinner in their pajamas and then going up to the PJ party. Scarlet Night, again, one of the best celebrations at sea. This is our signature night, but it's a night where the ship transforms fully red. Our sailors are encouraged to wear a splash of red or full red if they'd like, but the entire evening is transformed. We've got pop-up circus performances that happen, lots of interactive games, karaoke, storytelling, and just depending on where you are in the ship, you'll experience different things. But it ends with us calling all of our sailors up to the pool deck, and then having the most epic Scarlet Night party where you'll have singing and dancing from our happenings cast. And it's so electric that a lot of our sailors end up jumping into the pool fully clothed. And it's not a true Scarlet Night unless you jump into the pool. So really a fun experience. And then from the pool party, you can continue on in the Manor, which is our nightclub, or again, maybe go to the pizza place and get some pizza and just wind down for the evening. But really fun experience, and you can find Scarlet Night on all of our sailings. The Manor, as I just referenced, is our 2-story Art Deco nightclub. Really fantastic space, and again, probably the most picturesque space that we have on the ship. So we love seeing our sailors dressed in their Scarlet Night attire, getting a picture as they walk into the nightclub. Also a venue for us for some of our shows that we have throughout the sailings. Shake for Champagne, our socialites love this activation, but it's exactly what it sounds like. Anywhere on our ship, you can shake your phone when you have the app open, and we'll deliver a bottle of Moet to you anywhere on the ship. Super fun experience. If maybe you're enjoying the sunset or laying by the pool, and a bottle of champagne will just really elevate that experience. You can shake for champagne and have a seamless champagne delivery. So really fun, and a lot of our sailors get super into ordering that. We've also got a new entertainment guide, which you can find on firstmates.com. It shows all of the different activations and parties that we have on board our ship and how to pack for them. So depending on what ship you're sending your clients on, it's got that packing list. So definitely download our entertainment guide for some more details on what to expect, and also send that as a teaser to get your sailors excited and ready for their upcoming voyage. For our adventure lovers, this is a great option for them. So one thing we really focus on with our itineraries is those late night stays in port. So we've got a lot of late stays and a lot of overnights as well. The partial reason behind that is we wanted to make sure our sailors could be hands-on with the destinations. We didn't want to do the same old thing or offer the same thing when it came to our excursions. We wanted to give you the time to really do authentic experiences. So if you've got those sailors that you sometimes worry about, oh gosh, I really hope they make it back to the ship on time because they just get wrapped up in the moment, exploring, taking the off the beaten path, Virgin Voyages is a great option for them because they've got a lot of leeway and a lot of time when they're at port. One thing about our Shore Things program is we developed it to really hit each of these buckets. So we've got offerings that are very relaxing. We've got some that are energetic. We have some that are cultured focused, your daring activities, some that are once in a lifetime. You know, if you want to go charter a yacht with some friends, we've got those offerings for you too. And then, of course, we've got Richard's short list, which again, Sir Richard, if it's something that was on his list, we've got some options for our sailors to experience that as well. And then what's most important is that all of our Shore Things that we support follow our same sustainability guidelines. So when it comes to wildlife, we'll never offer an experience where we're taking wildlife out of their natural environment or keeping them captured. We'll take you out into the middle of the ocean to see them in their natural habitat. But things like, you know, where you have dolphins kind of caged into smaller areas for swimming with dolphins or things like that, not on Virgin Voyages, but we'll take you out to go see the wild dolphins in the middle of the ocean. So that's one thing that's really important to our sailors as well. Some examples of what you can find at Virgin Voyages for us, again, sustainability focused. We've got coral reef restoration activities where our sailors can actually help with restoring the reefs, which is really something they're passionate about. Cooking demos. We've got a lot of opportunities where we actually take you into a local's home and these are very small. So sometimes it's only 4 to maybe 8 people, but you go into a local's home, you cook with them, you drink wine, you share stories, but just really unique opportunities that you don't typically get when going to these destinations. So we've got some offerings there throughout different itineraries. And then I thought this one was really fun, but the classic cars and Monte Carlo's racing circuit, where you can really walk along the Grand Prix and explore the city with a guide and then on your own. But just, again, really trying to make these unique offers based on the locations that we're visiting. So when you think about kind of your database or clients, if you've got people coming to you, maybe celebrating a bachelor or bachelorette party, milestone anniversaries, friends trips, birthdays, or literally anything, we are a great fit for them as we are very quickly being seen as a celebratory ship, the ship people want to spend their special occasions on. And again, we see a ton of small groups with us where it's just these groups of friends that are all coming together to experience something new. And the majority of them, like I mentioned, they're in that 30 to 60 age range. So a lot of them have children that they're leaving behind to come sail with us, or they're empty nesters, or maybe don't have children. So it's a great market for us. So just think of those things when you're, trying to figure out who to propose this product to. Now, as we head into brilliant to do business with, so why you should work with Virgin Voyages, how you make money, all those great things, because we want to be one of the best and easiest partners for you to work with. Number one is firstmates.com. This is our travel advisor website. It's also how you sign up and register to do business with us. So if you're not currently registered as a First Mate, which is what we call all of our travel advisor partners, I'd encourage you to head to firstmates.com and sign up either under your agency or register your agency. And from there, you'll get access to all of our marketing materials, our entire sales crew, and all the great things that we have to offer. In addition to that, once you're registered on firstmates.com, you can then actually swim over to our Facebook page called First Mates Society. So if you're not in this Facebook group, take a screenshot of this really quick, but just go onto Facebook and in the search bar, type First Mates Society. This will pop up. Anyone that's registered with us as a first mate will let you into this group. You do have to submit so we can audit you first to make sure you're registered. But this is fully run through Virgin Voyages. There are a lot of Virgin Voyages pages out there, but this is our exclusive page. So this is truly being controlled by our headquarter office. So you definitely want to be in here, but we've got so many contests that go on in here. We do bi-weekly Facebook Lives called the Monday Sip with our AVP of Sales, John Diorio. But every other week he's coming on, he's giving tips and tricks, spilling the tea about what's coming. But it's just such a interactive Facebook page where our first mates support each other and answer questions, and it's a lot of fun. And every now and then, even Sir Richard Branson pops in to say hello. So a few weeks ago, he popped in for the day to just say hi to our first mates. So you never know what you'll see, but I definitely encourage you to join this group if you're not already in it. Commission, of course. We want you to make the most money with Virgin Voyages. So we want it to be where every single booking you send to us is worth your time and is lucrative for you on the transactional level. So all of our first mates earn 16% on the voyage fare, plus 10% on anything you book prior to sailing. So whether that's bar tab, shore excursions, voyage protection. So if you're using our insurance, you're getting 10% on all of those things. And what's great about the pre-voyage add-ons is it doesn't matter how it's added. So they can do it in the app, they can call Sailor Services, or you can book it for them. But as long as it's attached to the reservation before they leave, you'll earn 10% on that add-on, which is fabulous. And then, of course, no NCFs, non-commissionable fares. At Virgin Voyages, we've never had them. We never will. So just saying, since 2019, we've been ahead of the crowd there. So you're truly earning the full 16% on the entire fare, which is extremely lucrative. As a company, our pricing has continued to increase because our value has proven itself. Our sailors are willing to pay a premium price for the quality of what they're getting. So for us, even a balcony cabin is going to give you a very nice commission check. And if you can find those rockstar suite sailors, you're going to start to see those commission checks with commas, which we really, really love. So I'd love to see you guys continue to boost your sales and boost your business, and of course, be awarded along the way. The Academy for us is our on-demand training program. If you have not had a chance to do C Academy, I highly encourage you to find the time, chip away at it. I know everyone's busy, but what's nice is you can start it, you can come back to it, but it's truly just a total of 20 modules. You can definitely get it done in a day, but each module is packed full of perks like bonus commission. It's how you get access to our agent rates. So if you personally have never sailed on our ships, you have to come on board. So invest in your business, do the training, book a first mate rate, and come see what we're all about, because I promise you, the second you sail, one, you'll fall in love with the experience, but two, in your mind, you will automatically think of some of your clients and you'll say, oh my gosh, I've got to send this to Ashley. She would love this experience. Or you know what? Someone was talking about doing this for a friend's trip. Maybe I should position them on Virgin. I think this might be a better fit. So it'll be a really great way for you to build your confidence and talk about the product. Also to talk about and know who it is and isn't for, which is also very important. And then when you get to gold, you'll get Sailor Loot for your own booking, priority access to FAMs, as we have FAMs coming up. We do pull our gold tier first mates, and then any events that we do, we always pull from our gold tier first mates, because to us, those are the ones that are dedicated to learning and selling our product. So you unlock a lot of extra access once you get to that final gold tier. Also, what's very exciting is you get 3 CLIA elective credits for every tier that you complete, and 5 credits for completing our gold tier. So this is definitely worth your time. I love that you can get credit towards your CLIA certification. So definitely be sure to do that. I love killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So you've got that available to you as well. And as we wrap things up today, one of the biggest things I want to chat with you about is our Let's Go Book technology. So if you are listening in, really listen to this part if you don't know what Let's Go Book is, because it is a total game changer and an easy way for you to make commission while you sleep. That's right. make commission while you sleep. So what is it? Essentially what it is every advisor that's registered with us has their own personalized booking link. How you find it is you go to firstmates.com, you log in, and you click your name in the upper right-hand corner. Once you do that, you'll select My Profile. Then under the personal details, you'll see this tiny little link that says First Mate link, copy link. Do that and then save that link, bookmark it everywhere you go. But what happens is when you click on your link or put it into a browser, it then takes you to virginvoyages.com. But what you'll notice is at the top of the page, it says Sold and Service by Christy Gergosian. It's got my email and my phone number. So that would be you as the advisor. This is a way that you can send this personalized link to clients. They can explore itineraries. If they book, they are automatically tied to you as the advisor. You get instant credit for it. You show up on the confirmation. It then shows up in your online account on firstmates.com. You yourself can use your own link to make bookings for your clients. It goes through our virginvoyages.com booking flow. So if you don't want to learn a new booking engine, or we are aware we've had some booking engine issues with single sign-on. I know we just released a fix, so it's working much better now. But in the past, there might have been a roadblock where you couldn't get to firstmates.com. You can use your own booking link to make bookings on behalf of your clients. It's also great if there are promotions that are ending or you're traveling. It's super mobile friendly. Really easy for you to make bookings for clients on your phone using this link, or sending it to them to, look at different cabin categories. You also can pick a specific sailing. So if you go to your link, so let's say you're on this page, you can pick a specific sail date. And once you're clicked into the sailing, copy that new URL, and that link that you now send will go directly into that sailing. So if you've got maybe a client booked and they want to bring friends and family, you can now send them that link that's tied to that exact sailing that they're going on, which is fantastic. So we do have future developments coming to make Let's Go Book even better to use, but truly it is such an amazing tool and asset to you. Our most successful first mates, what they're doing is when they have a Virgin Voyages website, they're putting it on their website to say, hey, like they're building out the Virgin page, they're putting book now, which is tied to their personal link. It now makes all of your marketing efforts deliverable. So anytime you do a Facebook post or an Instagram post, put your link on there. You can use bit.ly or short URL to shorten it. You can turn it into a QR code. So if you're doing a trade show, print the QR code, have it on your booth, so then everyone that's scanning it is getting access to it. And the best part is that anyone that clicks or scans your link, as long as they don't clear their cookies and cache, it sticks to them for up to a year. So let's say you do a social post, I click on your link, I go look, I don't do anything with it. 6 months later, I just type in virginvoyages.com. I am still going to be tied to your link as long as I haven't cleared my cookies and cache or clicked on someone's link by then. So it'll always go back to the last Let's Go Book link that they clicked, but such a fantastic tool. So you want to be taking advantage of this. We've seen first mates get new clients from it, from posts just being shared, but really, really fun. And like I mentioned, if you're doing an e-blast or anything, it allows your clients to kind of look at itineraries and also book, knowing that they're going to still be booked under you, which is fabulous. So use it however you wish, but it's definitely technology we'd love to see you utilizing. And then as we wrap up, our North American sales crew. So we've got a fire team out in the field that is here to support you. So we work based on where you physically live. So whatever your mailing address is in firstmates.com, that's your sales manager, regardless of where your agency headquarters is. So Team South is run by Julia Glick. We've got our Eastern Territory and then Lindsay Wagner in the West. But find your state. This is your go-to person for all things Virgin Voyages. It's also in your profile, and their full contact list is on firstmates.com for you to use with their emails and phone numbers. But get to know them, because their sole purpose is to help you build your business, whether it's from your first booking to your 200th booking. We want to be a partner to you, and anyone that's excited about selling our brand, we want to support. So please reach out to us. We're happy to chat through ideas. You'll also see down at the bottom, we've got JC Clark. She's our first mate engagement representative. She hosts monthly booking breakthrough series. So those are targeted towards first mates that have never made a booking with us. She talks through, roadblocks and hurdles, how to market us, how to, break down the barriers of getting that first client. So she's a great resource to you as well. So like I mentioned, this full team is here to really help you drive those sales and answer any questions that you have, because we definitely want to work with you. And then, as I teased earlier, when you finish C Academy and get to Gold, you unlock a lot of extra perks. One of those perks is the ability to host a virtual cruise night with someone from our field sales team. So you do have to be Gold, because again, if we're going to take the time to help sell to your clients, we want to make sure you've also invested the time in being ready to sell Virgin Voyages. If you can get 20 interested sailors, you're Gold, and you can coordinate a time with your local sales manager, we can do a virtual cruise night for you where you invite your clients. We do a really fun presentation. And a lot of times they have special offers that they can add for those clients that book within a week of the event. So it's a great way for us to really, tag team together, work to introduce the product to any clients that you might find interested. So that is something that you unlock once you're Gold. And again, build that relationship with your sales manager, because they're definitely willing to do different events and, try ideas and whatever you have in mind. So definitely get to know them, reach out to them, and see how they can help support your business. So that is, I know, a lot of information, but I do want to leave time to open it up for questions. So I will turn it back over and see what questions have come through while we were going through the presentation.
Christy, thank you so much for that great presentation. Everybody in the chat just seems to be very excited about all the offerings that comes along with sailing with Virgin and doing it the Virgin way. So that is great to see. Just to kick off the Q&A portion, a few people had questions about the all-inclusive and if that eat and drink promotion or I guess offering that you guys have is for all of the ships with Virgin, or is it for specific ships?
Yeah, so the Eat and Drink Month is going to be for any of our sailings that fall within that window. So you'll see it on all 3 sailings, so Scarlet, Valiant, and Brilliant Lady.
Perfect. And then to stay on that food and drink topic, everyone really did get excited about the prepaid drink tab. So that is very, very exciting. They did hear that you have to purchase those ahead of time. Is that correct?
That is correct. So you purchasing ahead of time gets you that extra added bonus at no charge. So if you don't purchase it ahead of time, you're just paying for drinks a la carte.
Okay, and then on that prepaid drink tab, is it per cabin? Is it per sailor?
So it's totally up to you how you want to use it. So it does get tied to the sailor level, but you can share it. So if you're 2 sailors in a cabin sharing a folio, it's simply a credit that comes off at the end. So up to you how you wish to use it, but it is technically tied to the sailor level.
Okay, but nothing is stopping me if I want to go and I want to buy multiple drinks for my group or my other sailor.
Exactly, which is very different than other cruise lines. But yeah, you can buy drinks for whoever you want to.
Good. Sharing is caring, right?
Yes, you make a lot of friends that way too. And usually on the last night, people still have bar tab left. So you'll always see them in the bar. They're like, who wants a drink? Because they're just trying to spend it before they leave.
And so to that point, the credits do not carry over to, let's say I have another cruise booked later on. I can't say, Christy, I didn't use all of it. Can I use it for the next one?
Correct. Bar tab is use it or lose it, or make some friends to spend it on. So don't worry, we'll find ways to help you spend it.
Okay, great. And are those for all the drinks on board, or is it just does that just specifically go for the bar, so non-alcoholic, alcoholic, or does it also include like sodas, teas, and everything like that?
So your sodas and teas are included, but any beverage you purchase that has a charge to it will count under bar tab. So if you do a specialty coffee or a fresh pressed smoothie or something like that, you can use your bar tab for it.
Got it. And just to stay on the topic of what is included or what is an extra charge, a lot of the attendees, and I got actually excited. I didn't know there was a tattoo studio on board, which I think is so fun. Especially you did speak to how it's becoming like the celebratory ship, right? So
Yeah,
imagine going on there for your birthday and then
right,
you all get like matching tattoos. That's cute.
right.
But does that incur extra charges for the spa services, the haircuts, the tattoos? How does one go about doing that?
Yes, so all of those special services are going to have an added charge. Free tattoos, oh my gosh, we would probably be like, we wouldn't get people off the ship. So yes, you'll have added charges to those. The tattoos you book on board. So as soon as you get on board, you go, you can have a consult with them, schedule your appointment. They'll tell you how much it costs. And then, yeah, same thing. So once you're on board the ship, you can actually book the dry dock, salon, and spa services through the app. So you don't actually have to go talk to someone if you don't want to, but you can see all the services and it will give you the pricing and you can book it right then and there. But a future development coming is pretty soon spa will be able to be reserved pre-sailing. So right now you can't reserve it until you're on the ship, but that is an enhancement that's coming soon. So, and again, if
Oh,
you
that's exciting.
pre-book the spa stuff, that
It's
will be
commission.
commissionable. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a big
Okay, that's so exciting. And do you know, just to have a, I don't know if you can tell us, but when should the agents or the travel agents or your first mate start to look for that to come out?
I do know we will do a big announcement about it, so I don't want to give you a date and disappoint you because it's changed a few times, but I do think you will absolutely see it this year. So I can confidently say that.
Okay, perfect. And so speaking to commission, because I do see a couple questions here regarding that. So you did say pre-booking all of those services does get commission. So one person or a few people are asking if they run out of the bar tab,
Mhm.
and let's say they buy anything else on board, is that commissionable or not at all? It doesn't get tied back to them, correct?
Correct. So anything they purchase on the ship will not be commissionable. So only pre-voyage is that commissionable.
So push those bar tabs, right?
Yes,
Push them.
exactly. And if they know they're going to be drinking, you might as well get the free money we're giving you, that little added bonus. So trust me, it's very rare people buy too much bar tab.
And let's see here. Another topic that people got excited about is when you talked about the red hammocks aboard
Yes.
on all the balconies. People were wondering if the those hammocks were anywhere else on board, or is it only on the suites that have the sea terrace suites?
So those hammocks specifically are only in our balcony. So if you book a regular balcony cabin or one of our suites, as long as it has a balcony, you'll have that hammock. But we have other swings on the ship. So there are like these round kind of woven swings that you can find. There are different variations of it, but not that exact hammock. That's only in your cabin.
So it's a special
Yeah,
hammock.
it is, and it's a magical hammock to say the least. It is. It fully extends. You can take a full nap in it. It's fantastic.
No, it sounds really fun. And I actually got to go on the ship inspection at Cruise 360 this year
Oh,
on Valiant
nice.
Lady. And so that was actually my first time seeing them all empty and just the wind was blowing them all in use. And it was very pretty.
It
So very
is.
special. And so to move on to the next topic that we're getting a few questions on, you mentioned the courses to become a first mate, so the 20 modules and the CLIA credit. So a lot of the agents are wondering, let's say they go through all 20, how do they go about submitting or getting that CLIA credit on top of the credits that they've gotten through completing the four, I guess, sections or levels of the modules?
So I guess I can kind of lean on you here as well, but I'm pretty sure they just have to take their certificates and submit it through CLIA.
Okay, so then that would be our I'm drawing a blank, our P&D group, excuse me, our professional development group. And so for you agents listening who are going to take advantage of this learning opportunity with Sea Academy, Selling Virgin Voyages, I would get in contact with either Dean or Justin or Eric or somebody within that team that helps you with your certifications. I think they'll be able to help you with those elective credits, okay?
Yeah.
And
And
let's
I do think there's too on like the actual CLIA website, there's a full page built out to every basically cruise line that offers training for credits. So you can see like the full alphabetical list. So there's probably more detail there too on how to submit those completion certificates.
And do they receive anything from you all in terms of a printout or anything special once they complete it?
Yeah, so once you complete your tier, you'll get an email that has your certificate, but we also give you a signature stamp. So you can add it to your signature. So if you've clients inquiring about Virgin, you can put your official first mate certificate there or in your signature that shows you're a certified advisor with us, which is really a nice touch as well. So
Yeah.
each tier you'll get that extra knot added to it, which is really nice.
Oh, that's perfect. So it's like it shows your expertise and you moving through
Yeah.
the program. That's awesome. Let's see. Let me just pull a few more questions here. So speaking about the portal that the agents can go in, I think a few people may have missed how to access it. Could you just go over that one more time, Christy?
Sure, absolutely. So the website is firstmates.com, which is right here. So firstmates.com. That's where you either log in if you already have an account with us, but if you need to register as an advisor, when you scroll to the bottom, you'll see a register link where you can submit your details to get into the fun.
Mhm. Perfect. Thank you for resharing that. And within firstmates.com, that is also where they can find who their BDM is for their region or for their area. And we'll have, assuming they find it, they'll be able to find the contact information. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, absolutely. So in the marketing materials, there's an entire contact list that has emails, phone numbers for everyone. So you'll find that there.
Great. And I know that you speak about foodies when you were going through the different types of clients. So for the restaurants on board that do require reservations, are we able to reserve ahead of time if they already know, or is it when they get on board, that's when they'll go?
Yeah, so for us, 30 days prior to sailing, we open up our dining reservation. So we don't require them at our restaurants. But again, sailors like to have them and know that they've got all their restaurants set up. So 30 days prior is when you can actually go into the Sailor app and book reservations. As the first mate, you can make dinner reservations for them in firstmates.com under the add-ons. What I will say is the majority of our reservations we hold back until our sailors are on board the ship. So if they can't get all their dinner reservations booked ahead of time, just instruct them that once they get on board the ship and connect to the ship Wi-Fi, a lot more will open up that when they get on board, they can snag a few more. But also usually every sailing, we have crews set up at Razzle Dazzle, which is making reservations for all the restaurants on that first day. So if there's something that they're missing or really want to get booked, just instruct them to go see our team on embarkation day and we can help them make those reservations.
Great. And I will say, Christy, that people are saying in the chat that they're so excited that they are going to finish the courses and start booking as soon as they can. So thank you again for sharing all this information. We do have a few people here who said that they have been trying to get into that exclusive First Mate Facebook page, but they haven't been able or been accepted into it. Should they message you or should they reach out specifically through the Facebook? How would they go about getting into that specific group?
Yeah, so what I would recommend is email your sales manager and just let them know, say, hey, I'm pending approval because we have a way we can fast track your approval and get you in there. So do that. I will say we are actively working. We have about 2,000 submissions currently that we're working through. So each day it's getting smaller and smaller, but if you send a note, we can fast track you into the group. So yeah, just reach out and let us know and we'll happily get you in there. So
So it's a
sorry for
good
the
thing they
delay.
joined the webinar today. It's a good thing they joined the webinar today
Absolutely. See,
then.
ask and you shall receive.
um, oh, okay. We've got a couple more questions coming in here. People are asking about the travel agent rates and any FAM cruises that you have available. I know that you mentioned once they complete their first or their Sea Academy, certain things start to unlock for them as they go. Could you just touch on a couple of those topics there?
Sure. So your first mate rates, as soon as you finish your silver tier of training, you unlock those rates. It's $100 per person per day for a balcony cabin. What's great about this is you can actually book it as a solo in a balcony as well for just the $100 per person, which I think is pretty cool. But when you go into firstmates.com, under tools and guides, there's a tab that says first mate rates. All of our eligible sailings are published there on the PDF. And all you do is call into Sailor Services, say, hey, I'd like to book XYZ date as a first mate rate, and they'll make the booking for you. In regards to FAM trips, so we don't have set FAMs at the moment, but we're looking at how we can make sure each of our sales managers have FAMs that they can offer. So I'd recommend if you're interested in a FAM, again, connecting with your sales manager, just letting them know that if they get those future opportunities, you're interested in that. But the fastest way to get on the ship would be definitely going through those first mate rates, because those are available now. And I think we have them through the summer open up. So if you've got some time this summer, come sail with us.
Thank you, Christy. And just to wrap up here, because I know this is a really big question, especially for first mates who may have clients who need dietary accommodations or accessibility needs. Could you just speak about that process for the restaurants? Do they let you know ahead of time? And does that just get attached to the sailor, or is it kind of like they have to go and let them know as they eat? And then for accessibility, just I guess talk about activities on board that they can do, or just navigating the ship if they need a wheelchair or a walker or anything of that sort.
Yeah, great question. So regarding allergies, for us, we have very easily built into all of our menus vegetarian, vegan, and gluten-free options. So if you fall within those buckets, you will absolutely find tons of options everywhere you go. If you've got more severe allergies, we ask that you call Sailor Services and let us know before they sail so we can prep the ship. But it's kind of a running joke that everywhere you go on the ship, our crew will always ask you if you have any allergies. So if you don't, just bear with us. We're just making sure that if you do have allergies, you're always taken care of, but they will always ask you of any allergies before you order anything on the ship, even if it's like a quick, a pizza or anything like that. We will always ask you for allergies, but some that are maybe a little more complex, we'd like to know ahead of time so we can help them accordingly. Regarding ADA compliancy, we are fully ADA compliant. So we've got ADA cabins as well. We do reserve those cabins. So unless you specifically ask for one, we don't have them out for sale to the general public, because of course we want to make sure those that need them get them. So depending on what they're needing, again, work with Sailor Services. We do have options, if they're, visually impaired or maybe hearing, we can absolutely help. But we've got a full accessibility team that really assesses everything that we launch. We've got, through the ship, they can absolutely we have ramps and everything like that. They can get onto the balconies if they have a wheelchair or a walker. So again, let us know ahead of time so we can help. But yes, we are very much so compliant. Would love to welcome anyone that's looking to sail with us.
Christy, thank you. And we are just coming up on the end of the hour here. For those attendees who did have more specific questions or questions that we just didn't get to, I will be sending Christy all of the questions from today's presentation, so she will be able to see that, and her team will get in contact with you guys, all of you, to help you through any of those other inquiries we didn't get to. Christy, if you want to just wrap up here with any lasting thoughts or well wishes for our first mates, then the time is yours.
No, again, thank you all for hopping on today. What I will say is that our advisors that have gone through all of our Sea Academy training have 10 times the amount of bookings as those who haven't. So it's proving to be really successful from a selling standpoint. So I love hearing a lot of you are going to tackle Sea Academy. You'll definitely see a big jump in your sales. And like I said, please reach out to your local sales manager. Introduce yourself if you don't know them already, because anyone that's interested in selling our product, we want to get to know. So thank you for your support. And we can't wait to welcome you and your sailors through the rest of the year.
Thanks so much, Christy. On behalf of CLIA and our attendees, we want to thank you for your time and sharing this very, very important information with us about all the new things that Virgin has coming and everything that you guys are offering, both our agents and the sailors. So thank you again. And I wish everybody a great rest of the day, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Yes, thank you all. Thanks, CLIA.
Bye.